In the headlines, firefighters in Lagos struggle to put out fire in Agege Wood Market. President Buhari gives reasons for cancellation of Zamfara visit. Recruitment of 10,000 policemen in jeopardy as staff of Police Service Commission protest IGP's powers. And on the foreign scene, 2 civilians killed as guards clash at Kyrgyzstan-Tajik border. Hello and welcome to Trust News Update. I am Ayubaila. Thank you for joining. The news in detail now. Property worth millions of naira are lost on Thursday in an early morning fire at number 5 Olugbosho Street, Agege area of Lagos State. There was pandemonium as smoke suddenly covered the air from the compound made up of residential building and a church, Saints Assembly Church. Reports say that prior to the arrival of fire servicemen, some sympathizers that besieged the scene took the risk to put out the fire, though with little success. The cause of the fire is yet to be identified. Now, President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed confidence that Nigeria will win the battle over evil. The president stated this when he visited the palace of Sultan of Sokoto, Muhammad Sa'ad Abubakar III, on Thursday. At the palace, President Buhari told the monarch that he has given specific orders to security agencies not to spare any bandit or terrorist threatening the lives and property of innocent Nigerians. The president, who commiserated with the government and people of Sokoto over the loss of lives and property as a result of attacks by bandits and other criminal gangs, assured the people that he remains unrelenting in his resolve to put an end to heinous criminal activities in the state and other parts of the country. Earlier, the president commissioned the 3 million metric tons cement plant of Buhari Group. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari says cancellation of his planned visit to Zamfara State is because of bad weather, apologizing to residents who look forward to receiving him. The president, in a broadcast to the people of the state on Thursday, said the visit will be rescheduled. President Buhari, who looked forward to a more weather-friendly period during his next planned visit, directing security agencies to sustain the onslaught against terrorists, restrict cross-boundary infiltration, and all unauthorized access to the gold mines in the state. The president is scheduled to leave for Zamfara State Thursday from Sokoto State, where he had commissioned Buhari Cement PLC's 3 million metric tons Sokoto Line 4 cement plant and 48 megawatts power plant.
My dear people of Zamfara State, it pains me that I can no longer be with you today as I had planned. I had just finished what I came to do in Sokoto at the Buhari Cement facility and looking forward to meeting you. I have been told that the trip cannot hold anymore because of bad weather, which has made it impossible for the helicopter to fly to Gusau from Sokoto. I understand how you feel about this development, but I know that you will agree with me that Allah knows best. I particularly sympathize with your governor, Bello Matolle, and his cabinet, who have put everything in place to make the visit a successful one. I look forward to a more weather-friendly period when I will visit you. Security agencies are to sustain the onslaught against terrorists, restrict cross-border boundary infiltrations, and all unauthorized access to the gold mines in the state. The federal government and the Zamfara State government are working to ensure that peace returns to all parts of the state in the shortest possible time, and we expect all citizens to cooperate and support the armed forces and other security agencies. God bless the people of Zamfara State.
Controversy over who has power to recruit policemen between the Police Service Commission and the Inspector General of Police has taken a new dimension as workers of the Commission in Abuja stage protest. The Commission is also empowered by law to recruit, promote and discipline police officers from the rank of ASP and above. The protesters in Abuja insist that powers to recruit police from constable and above, except Inspector General of Police, lies with the Commission. Trust TV's Nafisa Abdul Al reports.
There has been arguments and counter-arguments between the Office of Inspector General of Police and Police Service Commission to recruit officers from Police Constable and above. Staff of the Police Service Commission are protesting the refusal of the management on board of Police Service Commission with the Nigerian Police Force to obey Court of Appeal judgment that enforced the power of the Commission to carry out oversight functions of the Nigerian Police Force, which are promotion, recruitment, discipline, and formulating policies for the smooth running of policing in Nigeria.
This is an issue that is coming back from history. We have had the police try to challenge the constitutional mandate of the Police Service Commission several times, and this had led to several issues while we try to do our constitutional mandate, landing us in court in 2019 while we were doing the recruitment exercise of that year. Now, the staff of the commission are trying to reach out to the world because the commission is a public place. Most importantly, we want the president to take note of what is happening in the commission. And like you hear them say, the issue is that we should be allowed to do our work, because the justification for your earnings or your experience on the job always comes from your schedule. Now it seems like the Police Service Commission has no schedule, because the schedule is being traded off by the chairman of the commission in favor of the Nigerian police.
The cause of our challenge now, which is why we are doing, is that the police authority have released program for the recruitment which Police Service Commission is supposed to do. And by that program, it is starting by Tuesday, but we, the staff or workers of Police Service Union, said no. They should cancel it and allow us to do our work.
The protesters say they will continue to convene and protest until their demands are met. Nafisa Abdul Al, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Now, a federal high court sitting in Kaduna has granted bail to a journalist, Luka Biniat, charged with defamation of character in the sum of 1 million naira and 2 sureties. Biniat will, however, remain in custody pending meeting his bail terms. The report.
Luka Biniat, arrested last year and later arraigned before the court on defamation case instituted by Kaduna State Commissioner for Internal Security, Samuel Aruwan, has been in detention over a publication alleging genocide in southern Kaduna. The court on Thursday grants bail to the journalist. Counsel for Luka Biniat, Ahiz Emmanuel, says the bail is granted with certain conditions.
He was admitted to bail in the sum of 1 million naira with 2 sureties in the like sum. Both sureties must be resident in Kaduna State and must own properties covered by a statutory right of occupancy. Further, the judge ordered that the prosecution would verify the place of abode of the sureties, and the court also ordered that my client Luka Biniat complies with his deposition, the affidavit in support of his bail application, specifically that he would attend his trial. He would attend his trial and will not do anything that will compromise the administration of justice. So that is basically the summary of the terms for his bail.
Okay, if the bail conditions are not met, what will happen?
He will be remanded in prison custody pending when he satisfies the terms for his bail. He will be remanded in prison custody.
Luka Biniat has been in detention for 82 days, and his counsel says his client suffers a general systemic problem.
Luka just suffered what is generally a systemic problem. Like, the charges were filed in the first week of December. The presiding judge assigned it last week. We're even lucky to get today, although it came up for the first time on Monday. It has been a systemic problem. It's also an administrative problem.
The case is now adjourned to the 27th of February 2022.
Now, people of Gwanara in Barutan local government area of Kwara State are happy as works on abandoned 33 kilometers road in the area resume. The road, when completed, they believe will improve economic well-being of the people in the area, which serves as one of the food baskets linking Kwara with Oyo State. The report.
For nearly 40 years, the 33 kilometers Ilesha-Baruba-Gwanara road has been abandoned with little or no attention from previous governments. During rainy season, the road is usually a risky venture for residents as it takes a determined motorist or motorcyclist to ply the area. Current administration, as part of efforts to change the narratives, renegotiated with the contractor who had abandoned the site due to release of fund.
Barutin local government, we did the Gwanara Township Road, and we also pushed to restart the Ilesha Baruba Gwanara Township Road. That road has been a bit of a challenge because it was a road where we inherited from the past administration, and we know how important the road is. We know we must fix that road. In fact, as at yesterday evening, we've covered about 17 kilometers of the 33-kilometer road. Now, that road is very key because when we came on board, we saw that it was a road that was awarded in 2013 at a contract sum of 1.5 billion naira. And yes, the contract was agreed to be done surface dressed. Then it kept getting revised, and it was revised like 3 times, from 1.5 billion to 1.7 billion. Then later to 2.1 billion. Then the last revision which was done on the 15th of May 2019, was to 2.78 billion, which is about 2.8 billion naira. But even at that, the level of work done was just around 30 to 40%. And again, surface dressed road. So His Excellency, the governor, said he will not accept a surface dressed road for that amount, especially when it was an amount very close to the same amount you would spend if you were to construct an asphalt road.
Before from here to Ilesha is very terrible. Before you reach Ilesha, you must spend more than 1 hour but now we thank God, before 7 to 10 minutes you will reach Ilesha. Before you reach Ilesha, they may rob you on the road, beat you and collect your machine, but now everywhere is clear.
Now it's better than before, because before if you want to pass, there is no road, but now we used to pass, there is road. You can move with our machine, even with our bike. Before, if you move from Ilesha to Gwanara, there is no road. Only bike, because you can carry bike is 2,500, but now it's 1,000 naira.
For the community leader in the area, it is a dream come true for the inhabitant, as the people, especially farmers, will be able to move their foodstuffs to the city and improve their economic well-being.
We are grateful to the government. For the past 60 years, we have not seen such a thing. This is the first time we are seeing it. No matter how slow it is, we are thankful to the government, especially our governor, AA, and our speaker, who is the son of the soil, Yaladi. May God help them.
The Gwanara community, while appreciating the governor, however, calls for the speedy completion of the 16 kilometers as soon as possible.
You're watching Trust News Update. Coming up after the break. Women to dominate lawmaking business. Join us again for details.
Coronavirus disease, COVID-19, is an infectious disease caused by SARS-CoV-2 virus. Most people who fall sick with COVID-19 will experience mild to moderate symptoms and recover without special treatment. However, some will become seriously ill and require medical attention. The virus can spread from an infected person's mouth or nose in small liquid particles when they cough, sneeze, speak, sing, or breathe. These particles range from larger respiratory droplets to smaller aerosols. You can be infected by breathing in the virus if you're near someone who has COVID-19 or by touching a contaminated surface and then touching your eyes, nose, or mouth. The virus spreads more easily indoors and in crowded settings. Maintain a safe distance from others at least 2 meters even if they don't appear to be sick. Wear a mask in public, especially indoors or when physical distancing is not possible. Clean your hands often. Use soap and water or an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Cover your nose and mouth with your bent elbow or a tissue when you cough or sneeze. Stay home if you feel unwell. Get vaccinated. Properly fitted masks can help prevent the spread of the virus from the person wearing the mask to others. Masks alone do not protect against COVID-19 and should be combined with physical distancing and hand hygiene. Protect yourself and others around you by knowing the facts and taking appropriate precautions. Follow advice provided by your local health authority. This message is brought to you by Trust TV.
Thanks for staying. You're watching Trust News Update. Let's have another look at some of the top stories again. Property worth millions of naira are lost on Thursday in an early morning fire at number 5 Olugbosho Street, Agege area of Lagos State. Plus, President Muhammadu Buhari says cancellation of his planned visit to Zamfara State is because of bad weather, apologizing to residents who look forward to receiving him. And to other news, Nigeria Center for Disease Control says 87 new cases of COVID-19 infections are recorded in 10 states and the Federal Capital Territory. According to the agency, 267 persons were discharged after recovering from the infection. There are no fatalities on Thursday, leaving the total number of deaths at 3,134. So far, 252,840 cases have been confirmed, with 228,404 recoveries. Officials of Ogun State government Thursday sealed off the popular Kuto market in Abeokuta, the state capital, over filthy and unhygienic practices in and around the marketplace. The officials also sealed a popular supermarket and Oba Likpede market for violating environmental laws in the state. Daily Trust reports that heap of refuse and indiscriminate dumping of refuse pervades the entire stretch of the market, despite the functional public refuse bin. Special advisor to the state governor on environment, Ola Oresanya, said that the markets are shut to restore sanity to the markets, adding that the action is imperative to avert disaster and ensure good public health, despite previous warnings and meeting with leadership of the market. The National Food and Drug Administration and Control Thursday said it has confiscated 80 bags of suspected unhealthy wheat in Gombe. Gombe State NAFDAC coordinator James Agada told newsmen in Gombe shortly after the exercise that the wheat was treated with chemicals meant for planting, not healthy for public consumption. According to him, following investigation, it is revealed that the suspect, Adamu Hassan, sells a measure of wheat at reduced price to the public for consumption. Agada noted that the Anchor Bora program of the CBN is boldly written on the bags of wheat meant for farmers but is being sold to the public at a subsidized rate. He said as soon as they finish investigation, the suspect will be charged to court. House of Representatives plan to tinker with the Constitution to create 111 extra seats for women at the National Assembly and 108 seats in the state assemblies is generating reaction. The bill, sponsored by Nkeruka Onyejocha, APC Abia, and 119 members, seeks to alter sections 48, 49, 71, 77, 91, and 117 of the 1999 Constitution by creating one senatorial seat and 2 federal constituencies in 8 states and the FCT for women. Trust TV's Nafisa Abdul Al reports.
The House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee on Constitution Review has recommended the creation of 111 additional legislative seats in the National Assembly to be occupied solely by women beginning from the next general election in order to give women more opportunity in government. From the legislative point of view, Kayode Ajulo, a lawyer, says the Nigerian Constitution supports equality and equity of every person regardless of gender, religion, or tribe. However, he noted some factors that may hinder its adoption.
Gender inequality seems to be prevalent in Africa, and I believe that's one it is. And as it is, Nigerian Constitution is so clear. Particularly, our Constitution preaches equality, equity, and even in some places, our Constitution even this representation, proportional representation, even full representation, and whatever you may call it. When you looked at the population of women to men, it's more like 50-50. But by the time you check the representation, the number of women we have in politics, let's take what happened in Senate. Out of 109 Senate seats, only 7. Out of 360 House of Rep seats, you find that only 22. Can we say this one represent the numbers of the population of women?
On the general role of women in politics, these Nigerians share their opinions.
Women have always been apolitical. When it comes to politics, they'll tell you, not interested, it's for the big boys, it's for men, okay? And the ones that actually have come out, you see guys, overpowering them. They have much more numbers, they have much more supporters. It's a good thing that the senator is trying to bring in that aspect. Because if you check, we know that women are actually modest, and you check the places where women have actually headed, you see there are positive results.
People who are there, they are enough to do the work, not by trying to monopolize things and say women come, women come, women come. Even if they go there, what are they doing? The people who are there now, what is their work? You see, what I mean is this. The people who are there, they are enough to do work for us.
Well, I think women should be given priority to exhibit their quota in Nigerian politics. Of course, who are the ones ruling homes? Where is the country coming from? Is it not from homes? So
yeah, women being in politics is very good enough. I really want to say that women should be encouraged to go into politics because I think they play better roles in stabilizing the polity. But the realization of 118 seats for women might just be one of these political talks because how would they start? In some areas where people don't want women to come into the office, how can they stand that?
The report of the committee, according to its chairman, is to be submitted to the entire House for adoption before the end of February. Nafisa Abdul Al, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Now, 6 persons died when an illegal goldstone mine in Umai community, Biase local government area of Cross River State collapsed. Chairman of Biase local government area, Ada Egu, who visited the area, said the activities of illegal miners in the area is worrisome and called on security agents to beef up surveillance on the sites to forestall further mishaps. She said she is saddened by the death of the youths whose lives had been cut short while struggling to make ends meet, and also described the tragic death as unfortunate. She promised to set up a panel to investigate the incident for appropriate action to be taken to forestall further incidents. Egu called on security agencies to seal off the place and arrest anyone who disobeys the order to stay away from the mine. Now let's take a look at some business news. Upturn in global crude oil prices has pushed the landing cost of premium motor spirit imported into Nigeria to over 282 naira per litre. The further rise in the landing cost of petrol means increased subsidy as the pump price of the product remains steady at 162 to 165 per litre. The landing cost of the product rose to 282.29 naira per litre on January 20 as the international oil benchmark Brent crude jumped to $89.75 per barrel that day from $77.24 per barrel on December 31, 2021. Brent rose further on Wednesday to $90.22 per barrel as of 5:19 p.m. Nigerian time in highest level since 2014. The sharp rise in global oil prices to record highs has pushed the subsidy costs being incurred by the federal government. Marketers have increased the price of automotive gas oil, also known as diesel, to 355 naira to 360 naira per litre. The price of diesel, which is not regulated by the government, surged by 60% in 1 year from an average price of 225 naira per litre in January 2021. And with that, we wrap up Trust News Update. Remember, you can connect with us via our social media platforms. And also, don't forget, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch our news live and other programs. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thank you for watching.